Welcome to My Journey. This video is made for professional users and alongsiders using the My Journey product. Please remember that your version of My Journey may have a different name, but the functionality shared here still applies.
In this video, we are going to review how to add and edit resources to the community catalog. Let's begin by navigating to my dashboard. On the left sidebar navigation, if you have the appropriate permissions, you will see the gear button and the words Client Settings. Once you're within Client Settings, there will be more navigation options here on the left-hand side. Today, we're focused on what is under Community Catalog. When you first get started, you'll spend time with your parent customer success consultant, setting up these categories, status reasons, and types. At any time, you can come back in and edit these categories, change the language, add additional subcategories. As I mentioned, we are going to spend the time today in our video looking at this resources section. At the very top of the resource referral page, you're able to sort and filter by different criteria to find the resource that you're looking for. You are only able to edit resources that are associated with the locations that you have permission to. There are a few important things you can do here. First, you can edit any existing resource. In addition, you can add a new referral resource. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and click the New Referral Resource button. When we create a new referral resource, we want to enter all of the resource details. The second tab here is Categories. The categories will allow the person who is looking up these different resources to filter and find a resource that's best for them. At the very top, you must choose the resource referral type. These might look very different from what you find in your implementation because they are configurable. There are two really important types of referral resources, ones with a schedule and ones without a schedule. For this example, I am just going to create a program without a set schedule, and I'm going to call it Test Program. You'll start by putting in the name of that resource, in my example here, Test Program, and then you'll use the description to share about that resource and work on communicating the who, the what, the why, the when, and who the resource is intended for. You have full functionality to edit this. You can add pictures, insert videos, there are bullets. This is all fully editable. You will also see a number of optional fields. I'm not going to go through them one by one, but please be sure to check our Help Center article for more information on what exactly each field means and how you should use it. It is important that if you want to make the resource visible or hide it, that you check one of these boxes. You'll see here, it says visible on the professional portal, which means it is visible to those professionals using My Journey, or visible on the participant portal. This means that it's visible to participants that are logged in. A number of you don't have the participant portal enabled, so you will not see this option in your implementation. It's important that every single resource is associated with a location. If the resource happens to be hosted virtually or off-site, you can click off-site. You don't have to put in an actual address here. It's just optional in case you want to let people know that it's not happening at the exact physical location that is part of My Journey. In this section, you can enter things like URLs, upload flyers. We want to make sure that the resources that you put in, especially those without a schedule, are as evergreen as possible. So make sure that the URLs that you enter are web pages that are getting updated, or if you're uploading a flyer, that it is the most current information possible. Once you've put in all the required and optional information, you'll hit Next. This will then take you to the categories. This is where you check the things that best describe the resource that you are posting. Again, we really encourage you to select one or more categories to help people easily find and filter the specific resources that you are publishing. As we mentioned, when your catalog is really small, it's easy to find resources, but as your catalog grows and grows and more users are using it, those categories and the filterability become even more important. Click Save Referral Resource to save your resource. At any time, you can click the name of the resource to come in and edit it. In addition, you can duplicate the resource. This used to be called clone. Duplicating the resource is particularly helpful if you have many resources that are similar and you would like to be able to quickly duplicate them and create them. The last option available is to delete. Only some users with certain permissions have the ability to delete a resource. Make sure that if you are deleting the resource, that it is not needed anymore. In addition, you cannot delete resources that people have been referred to or that there is attendance related to. If you get stuck in needing to delete a resource and are unsure what to do, please reach out to your Parent Customer Success Consultant. Let's talk about how to edit a resource. You can click on the name of the resource to go directly into it, or you can go over here on the right and select Edit. Let's go back to our sample resource test program. You saw me create the resource. Now I'm going to be editing the resource. Up here at the top, the tabs have changed. We now have two different tabs. In the first example, we started from scratch. We saw the resource details and the categories. Now we can see the participants that have been referred as well as attendance. Participants referred allows you to see anyone who has been referred to that particular resource. Of course, we just created this example, so we don't see anybody in here. Attendance allows you to actually track attendance. Please see our other video on taking attendance if you're curious how to use this functionality. Editing resources is incredibly important to make sure that your community catalog is up to date, evergreen, and ready for both your professional users and any participants or customers who are self-referring. If you have any questions or need any support on how to keep your community catalog up to date, please reach out to Perrin.
Thank you for using My Journey. Please reach out to us at support@parent.com if you have any questions, feedback, or suggestions. We appreciate your partnership.